Are you into retro gaming? And check out Retro Million on Instagram to view the collection. Hey, what's up everybody? This is NexxDjinnGamer here with that third Colossus walkthrough. Or actually no, we're on the fourth now. Damn, see, flies by so quick I don't even know which one I'm on, damn. Anyways, this is the fourth one. This one actually, let me go ahead and start a little rant here. Basically, this one pisses me off the most. One of the most annoying ones forever. I almost literally had to look up a walkthrough for my own damn walkthrough. I know that's sad, funny, but sad. Basically, cause big ass horse, you know, so you can't actually just jump onto him, and he has these big stone legs, so nothing you can grab on. So basically, what you have to do, you go ahead and grab his attention right here, and you drag him to the middle of the battlefield. And basically, in the middle of the battlefield, there's the I guess this big underground tunnel with 4 entrances and 4 exits at the same time, you know. So there's one entrance, you know, like, and it's just all slanted like this. So you lead him over here. You get his attention and everything, bring him over to this section over here, of course, from his little waking spot. And then basically you get his attention, and the way I was doing it that I realized I was messing up on is, you know, like, you get his attention and then you go underneath the ground itself. And then once you go underneath the ground, you know, you come up on another side. But what I was doing actually was, you know, trying, you know, to walk up, you know, going out of, you know, into his sight kind of while he was turning, to see if he would go ahead, you know, like, and just duck down, you know, and do his little thing. Because basically what he does, you go out of sight for long enough, he looks down one of those holes, and then he, you know, he kind of crouches down, and then his tail is actually where you go ahead and go up. If I guess you can call it a tail, it's like a little ladder, but it's cool though. You just get him to look down and all that kind of stuff. So basically, you know, shoot him with your arrow to get his attention, and he'll go ahead and come over here, and then I go ahead and go underneath the cave here. And then we'll go ahead and go to this next part up here, and then come outside of the cave. And instead of, like I was saying earlier, instead of me actually, you know, walking out to the middle of the battlefield again, you just go ahead and post up on the side right here so he can't see you. Just go ahead and sit here until literally he goes ahead and crouches down himself to, you know, go ahead and climb up there. Obviously, I was waiting there for a while. It takes, I don't know, it's not like minutes or anything, but like longer seconds. And you'll see him, he starts to crouch down, you know, he puts his little feet down, and then he tries to look down the hole. It's really clever the way that they did these Colossus things, the way you fight him. It's kind of crazy. But anyway, you know, he looks down, and he crouches down, and you'll see his tail. And of course, you just go ahead and jump on, and then go ahead and grab on his tail. And then climb up like you would any other normal Colossus. And then of course, you know, like, his back has the fur. He has the one minor weak spot, and then he has one major. His major one, of course, is on his head, and the minor one is on his neck. So basically, you go ahead and stab his neck 1 time or 2 times, depending on how hard you thrust, in order to get him to go ahead and put his head down enough for you to go ahead and walk across his little bridged head or whatever to his major weak spot. And then once you get to that major weak spot, you go ahead and stab a few times in order to get him to fall down. This one's, like I said earlier, is one of my most annoying ones, so I'm glad we're getting this out the way now. Of course, we went from my third one, you know, with the guy with the sword, one of my favorites, to the fourth one, the horse. That's completely ridiculous. I just never liked this one. For some reason, I don't know, when like you first see him, it's pretty cool, but then the way you got to get his attention is kind of annoying. But it's still cool though. Of course, this game is awesome. But as you can see, still a little baby, you know, so we're still not even hitting the hard ones yet. So of course, he can't really do any damage to you. I mean, unless of course he flicks you off and you hit the ground and everything. That's the only time you're going to go ahead and, you know, and get hurt during this fight, or if you're walking, you know, underneath the horse's feet, which of course, no duh, you're going to get stomped on if you're walking underneath them. So just ride aggro, you know, to get out of his way, and then go ahead and go underneath the thing and get his attention that way. And then of course, just stab away once you're up on top of his head. Of course, don't lose control of your grip, because of course, if that grip falls, you know, and he swings his head and you're out of grip and you can't grab on, that's a wrap. You're flying. Obviously, you can see like the thrust he does, like, you know, like the little horse raising thing where, like, yeah, they do the little thing. That's what he does here. Kind of cool, you know. I mean, of course, if the grip's gone, you're flying. Like right here, yeah, he almost had me. I went ahead, you know, I was trying to get my grip. I lost, you know, control. So of course I had to go ahead and stab his little weak spot again, the minor one, in order to get him down. And as you can see, he's about like 3/4 the way down. So I was like, all right, that's kind of annoying that I got, you know, pushed back or whatever. So I had to, you know, go ahead and do this again in order to go back over his head. And obviously you can see I had a little bit of trouble there. Almost fell, almost. And I was barely gripping onto his little mane here. So luckily, when he was doing his little flinging session here, I gotta go ahead, and climb up here in order to not fall back on the ground. Because, man, I'm telling you all now, if I would have fell, I probably would have wrapped this fight up. I probably would have skipped this fight altogether. I probably would have gone to the next one, done something. I don't know. I just would have skipped him. But yeah, anyways, of course, so he's doing his little raising thing, jumping thing to get, me off of him. It's not working, obviously. I'm going ahead back onto his head to go ahead and finish off these couple of last, finishing blows here to take down this whack Colossus right here, because the fourth one is whack. Anyway, so I'll go ahead and get the, another thrust in right here to get a little bit more damage. And then if I go ahead and time it right, that I can go ahead and get the last final thrust in at the moment. So of course, I'm trying to take my time, but I don't know. I was struggling right here, honestly, because he just would not stay still. Just would not stay still. He just kept going and going and going and going. It took way longer than it was supposed to, because of course I got onto him pretty early in the, in the fight. But I don't know. I just have a hard time, like of course instead of doing like those little baby halfway thrusted sword lunges, I guess you can say, or sword stabs, I try and go for those big fully charged ones. But of course, if you go for those, then of course he's gonna fling around. And see right here, I was struggling, grip was about to be lost, couldn't get my stabs in, and he's sitting right on the brink of death. So I was like, okay, this is a little bit ridiculous. And you can see right there, grip was almost gone. So yeah, he was kind of getting on my nerves again, so I tried to let the grip go up a little bit while he's still having his little fit right here. And as you can see, I was still kind of on edge right there for a second there on his little mane. And then I go ahead and come up here trying to get this last blow with my grip being so low. I was struggling, as you can tell. Struggling, taking way longer than it needed to. Because all I need to do, I felt like just taking my bow and arrow out and stabbing it, with that. But of course, since the sword actually triggers the spots to come out in the first place, that wouldn't happen. Anyway, I go ahead and get my final blow right there, and as you can see, he falls just like any other Colossus, even though he's way more annoying than any other one in the game. In my opinion, of course, other people may think he's, this could be their favorite. No disrespect to that. So that's the horse taken down. And yeah, so that's the fourth one, so my least favorite one taken out the way. Stay tuned for the next episode. We'll go ahead and take on the fifth one. I can't remember which one it was. It might be the bird. I can't remember exactly. But yeah, we'll go ahead and face that next one next time. And I'll see you guys later, and thank you very much for watching. Do appreciate that.